Good morning, friends.
Good morning.
Welcome to Vlogmas Day 21. Oh my goodness. It was such a beautiful sunrise.
It was.
Oh my gosh. Do you guys know how rare that is? Especially in the winter time. It's usually so rainy and foggy, but we got a beautiful, vibrant sky. We didn't see the sun. There were still clouds covering it, but ooh, those colors. The perfect welcome to the winter solstice.
And we could even see Mount Hood.
Yeah, that's
pretty incredible.
So rare.
Yeah.
Ah, it's so beautiful.
Here, look, back there.
Look.
It's still peeking out.
Yeah.
Wow, my hair looks storky.
So does mine. It's fine. It's the wake up
The
for
morning
sunrise look. I would have to say that if I had a favorite solstice / equinox, it's the winter solstice. And I know it's the shortest day of the year, but it's also the beginning of more daylight.
Yeah.
It's the end of darkness.
The summer solstice is so bittersweet because you just know the days are gonna get so short so quick.
Yeah.
But nowadays will get long so quickly.
Yeah, longer days are just right around the corner. This is literally my 4th cup of tea today. My tea of choice today is orange clove because to me, orange tastes like sunshine, and I wanted to celebrate the solstice in another small way, and drinking orange tea is that way. I'm currently sat on the floor in the living room because it is the place where I could get the most sunlight to film this little sit-down heart-to-heart with you guys before the sun sets. I've been thinking a lot about Dana's message in yesterday's video, and it's all about fear of rejection for being unapologetically yourself. And one of my favorite themes in literature is when there is a misfit of sorts, the main character whom you love for all their oddities, and they kind of feel like they don't have a place in society, but gradually through some form of introspection or pursuit of dreams, they find their found family. They find those who embrace them and accept them for 100% who they are. That is my all-time favorite literary trope. It's so beautiful and it's so human. Like, I think we can all relate to feeling lost and unwelcome, even among those who are meant to love us with their whole heart, family, and even close friends, and experiencing kind of a transformation of self and the pain that comes with letting go of friends, or if you have to, family. Loneliness is something that I think a lot of us fear, myself especially. It's always been hard for me to be on my own, and I think something even scarier is loneliness that stems from rejection or shame for being who you are, feeling lonely for being who you are, or being rejected by people just for being who you are. whew, there is just nothing worse than that. I just think that what Dana said was really beautiful and encouraging, and it was exactly what I needed to hear, so I'm so glad that she shared it. And so many of you guys have commented that you needed to hear it as well. There have been several voice messages about being who you are and pursuing your dreams, and always everyone seems really glad to hear words of encouragement in that regard. Yeah, so Dana's words have been on my mind and in my heart, and I feel like I really needed to hear them, because something that's been brewing in the background of Vlogmas and this year in general is a big fear about how good my life is right now. If you are new here, you might not be familiar with my journey to the present day, and I filmed a video where I spoke longer than 20 minutes outlining exactly what I've been through in my life to get to living my dreams. I will link it down below. I sometimes still watch it for comfort, but to just briefly summarize it all, I did not grow up with wealthy parents, and finances were always kind of a struggle growing up, and I had parents who worked multiple jobs, very long hours, and then I went to college and put myself through college with student loans, and I worked multiple jobs, at least 2 my entire college career, and then I even graduated early to save money, and I went to college to be a professor. When you go to college and your entire education is financed by student loans, you can't really afford to stay in college for a long time, and unfortunately, to be a professor, you have to get a master's and a PhD, and it just financially didn't make sense for me to continue in education, and I hadn't prepared for a career throughout my time at college. I had prepared to continue to go to college, and so when it came time to join the real world, I was utterly unprepared. I mean, I knew how to work really hard. I knew how to do laundry and dishes and all that kind of stuff. I had like real life experience, but professionally, I had not prepared myself or done what I needed to do to get a well-paying job right out of college. And then I moved all the way across the country from literally everyone I knew besides Landon. We moved together, but I had no connections, no friends, nothing was familiar. We didn't even have a place to live. We stayed in an Airbnb for a month when we moved to Portland, and we moved here without ever having visited. We just loved the Pacific Northwest and knew that we wanted to live here. So I began my adult life with heaps of student loan debt, no job, and no place to live. Landon and I ended up finding a really tiny, horrible apartment, but one that we could afford. Literally at one point there was a hole in the ceiling in the kitchen, and it was gradually getting bigger, and we would just wake up to chunks of ceiling on the ground. It should not have been legal to live there, but that was our experience. And when we got to Portland, I applied to a job a day, every single day, until I got something. And the first job I got was very part-time on the marketing team of a company. And I was advised by the adults in my life to take every single opportunity I could with this company so that I looked great, and that when they wanted to hire someone full-time, I would be their first choice. Thus ensued nearly 2 years of saying yes to every single work thing that I possibly could, and an incredibly unhealthy work schedule, and consequently being taken advantage of. For nearly 2 years, I didn't have more than 1 day off in a row. Seriously, I would work every single day, and it was legal because it wasn't full days. It was like I had to go to an event this day, and then I had to do a demo the next day, and then I would have 1 day off and then go do something else the next day, but never 2 days in a row. And even with all this work, I was at the poverty line. and I stayed at the poverty line financially for 3 years. It wasn't until I started pursuing YouTube full-time and started my Patreon, that was the turning point, starting Patreon, that I finally made more than the poverty line financially. Eventually, I started my own business as a videographer, and my life improved so much after that, just in that I was happy doing something that truly mattered to me, and just the act of creating something for my job felt really, really good. And that was going well, though paying hardly anything, until COVID hit. And then when COVID hit, I was essentially laid off. I went from 35 hours a week to 20 hours a month with the company I was working with. And so I had to get creative, and I started taking real estate photography and videography. And once more, just saying yes to any opportunity that came my way, all the while making YouTube videos on the side. I was working 15-hour days, 7 days a week. And during that time was somehow even lower financially. I remember any expense, anything, was terrifying for me. I remember checking my bank account multiple times a day, every single day, just so scared, not knowing how I was going to be able to afford anything. Somehow though, through all of this, I managed to continue to make YouTube videos, and miraculously, I began to grow a channel, a community. You guys started coming out of the woodworks to find and support me. And literally every single day, even though I was so exhausted and sleep deprived, I regularly stayed up until 3 a.m. I would still wake up excited to live my life because I had this dream coming true, and I had you guys, and there were people all over the world cheering me on, interested in what I had to share, moved by what I had to share, telling me every day that I was making a difference in their life. And that happens still every single day, and it is the greatest gift. And really, it's been just over a year now that I have been comfortably able to pay all the bills and to enjoy my life and not check my bank account every single day. I know you guys know that I am so incredibly grateful. I feel like every single video I'm thanking you guys for being here, and every single video I'm talking about how much I am so glad I get to live this life and that my dreams have come true. There is certainly no shortage of gratitude over here from me. And yet, the better my life becomes, it's like the worse I feel for it, meaning that I know what it is like to struggle so much, to have no money, to have no confidence, to just feel impossibly stuck, and no matter how hard you try, you just can't get out of it. I know what that's like. I know what it's like to be lonely and without family and without friends, and it's all incredibly, incredibly hard. And so many people are going through that right now, or worse. There's just so much suffering in the world, and I know I've talked about it before, but for whatever reason, it's twisted in my mind and in my heart, and I just endlessly guilt myself for having a good life when there's so much suffering in the world. And I know it's not healthy, and I know it's entirely unnecessary, and the world needs my joy. The world needs your joy. So it's like I'm living this really incredible life, and the better my life becomes, the more of an imposter I feel, and the less I feel I can be vulnerable, because I don't know, for some reason it feels easier to be vulnerable when times are hard. Yeah, I watched that video from 3 years ago today because I needed to remember my story. I needed to know that it's okay to enjoy my life even though people are really struggling. And I just want to encourage you to do the same. No matter your circumstances, whether they're good or bad, you deserve to enjoy your life authentically as who you are, and people will show up who support you in that. So again, to circle back to what Dana said about being who you are and not fearing rejection for being so. I think my word for 2024, the coming year, is going to be authenticity, because I really want to show up in my life as who I am without fear of being rejected. And I want to enjoy my life as it is without fear of losing it all, or without fear in that in enjoying my life it means that I'm ignorant to the suffering of others, or somehow ungrateful, or somehow unworthy. This is a really roundabout, rambly way of saying that you deserve to be who you truly are. You are worthy of all the good in your life, and you get to enjoy your life. Be a good person, be kind to others, do what you can to help those of lesser circumstances than you, but do not carry the guilt and the weight of the world on your shoulders. You deserve to be happy. The world needs your joy. And thank you for being a part of what makes my life so full of joy. Cheers to that, friends. Authenticity. This is what I'm gonna have in my heart as we go watch the sunset on the winter solstice. We're chasing a sunset. There's the sun. We're gonna go chase it. You got it, buddy! We've arrived at the park with minutes to spare.
We're walking fast.
Yeah, we're in shade, but we can see a vibrant sky ahead. I think it's gonna be a really beautiful sunset.
I think so.
There it is. There's golden sun. Up and up.
Up we go. Okay, 3 deep breaths. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Happy winter solstice. Happy authenticity.
Oh, that was awesome.
Oh my goodness, you guys.
Up in the hang glider up there.
How beautiful was that?
I can't wait to learn how to fly.
Oh my gosh, just absolutely incredible. We got to the top of the mountain just in time for literally 10 seconds of a sunset.
Yeah, the sun touched Morgan's face and then
The fogs rolled in, which is so Pacific Northwest, and it felt so suiting to the winter solstice.
yeah, it's pretty special up here.
We're just in a cloud right now, literally.
We're kind of almost standing on it, really.
Well, we are now very deep into this winter night. Winter night. On the ride home from the sunset, Landon and I were listening to the Christmas radio, and the host of the radio show came on and said, "Happy first day of winter." And Landon and I both looked at each other like, what? We'd somehow forgotten that the summer solstice, the winter solstice, marks the beginning of winter. It feels like it's been winter for 2 months already, and if this is just the beginning, hopefully there are more beautiful sunrises and sunsets to get us through to spring. Because today was exceptionally beautiful, and it felt good to just be excited about something as simple as the sun rising and setting. And if I can hold on to that feeling, that appreciation of something so simple yet profound, I think the winter will be okay. If you've made it this far into the video, thank you so much. You are my people, in reference to my favorite literary trope. You guys are my found family. This misfit found where she belongs, and thank goodness it's with you. Thank goodness it's with this entire community. You guys are the best, and I look forward to seeing you every single day. And I still wake up so excited to get to live my life and to get to go to work. And I'm excited to wake up tomorrow and see you again. So with that, friends, I love you so incredibly much, and I will see you again tomorrow. Sweet dreams.
Hi, my name's Annalie. I'm from Massachusetts, and it's absolutely okay to share this if it resonates with you. First, I just wanted to say thank you for your videos. They always feel like getting a hug straight from the sun, and I just love watching them. I guess I wanted to reach out to everybody who's sort of in a period of transition and feeling lost. I finished college a year ago, and the last year has been really difficult. I'm not good with transition, and so just sort of feeling like I'm biding time, waiting for something, has been really hard. And I have not believed in my ability to get a job that I am excited about. I feel, or I have felt like I am not worthy of a job I love. I have felt like it's too much to hope for. But I got a job that I'm really excited about that I start next month. And so I just wanted to sort of put that out into the world, that wherever you are, if you're feeling lost, the ground is always there to catch you, and you have the whole earth beneath your feet holding you up. Tomorrow is the winter solstice, and every day gets a little bit lighter after that, and hopefully whatever load you're carrying gets a little bit lighter too. Love to everybody who needs it, and to you, Morgan, Landon, and Rue.